Right, you know my mate Bob? Bob I work with.
Bob?
Yeah. Tall Bob.
Oh yeah, Big Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Bob. Yeah, I know Big Bob.
Well, he was vacuuming his car
Look,
out. Yeah, he was vacuuming his car out the other day, and he slipped out the car, and the vacuum hose went up his while it was working.
What, up his...
Yeah, he's in hospital.
I bet he is.
Well, I rang the nurse the other day just to see how he's getting on.
Yeah, and how is he?
He's picking up.
Welcome to episode 34.
34.
34,
yes.
right? What?
I think.
Yeah. What's happening? What are you playing?
Well, it's picking up. Isn't it?
Yeah. What are you doing? Right.
Yeah. Now, this week we're going to strip the door down. We filmed that basically. We've done that in time lapse. Talked a little bit about the little idiosyncrasies of the door. We talked about the extinguisher and why we took the scuttle off. Mainly was to see where we can go through the bulkhead fixing adapter for it.
For the extinguisher thing.
Yeah. And then we'll probably film that next week. We'll see where it's going through, and
because that's not just popping a pipe through, is it? There's several,
no, it's
several
we're going to
outlets.
take. Yeah, we're going to
sound like a shopping centre.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah.
We're going to take the wiper motor out, so we've got more access and everything. And we have took some other bits. I've took some other bits out, which we'll see in this episode. So
right, okay.
That's it, really.
We'll crack on with that then.
Yeah.
Right, then. First things first.
Cup of tea.
Cup of tea. Can't beat a nice cup of tea. Can't beat a nice cup of tea.
In the morning. I like a nice cup of tea with my tea.
What? You making tea again?
Yes, I'm having a cup of tea.
Wow.
Like me cup of tea. I like me cup of tea.
I thought you were doing the door.
Like me cup of tea. In me Minis and Motorbikes mug. Right.
I thought you
Hello,
got
Arch. Do you want a cup of tea as well?
You've got to do something to this door.
Yeah, I'm going to strip it. I'm going to strip it all down. So we're going to strip this door card off, strip the handle off, strip the handle off the back, strip all this
Archie's in the way. Look, Archie's getting in on it.
Hey, Arch. What do you reckon, Arch?
They don't want to look at your bum, they want to look at the door.
That reminds me, I need a new tea-towel holder. Just going to take the card off, strip it all down to nothing, so we can spray it, rub it all down, prime it, and then prime the outside of it, and then the inside I'm going to finish paint. So, that's it really. What do you reckon?
All right, we better crack on with it then.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Right, so talk us through it then. What have you been up to?
Well, as you'll see, hopefully in the footage, started off with taking the door card off and just working our way through it really. Taking these sliders out and everything in the motor. Just basic bolts, just under-bolting everything and just sliding it out. The most difficult part, I found, was taking this bloody door handle off. If you come in here, Mark, with that, I'll show you. There's a lock. And then basically that all fits obviously back into there like that over the top through the door skin. And then there's an Allen bolt which goes right through there, but you can't get to it. There isn't a bloody hole for it to get and it's so fiddly. So what I'm going to do in this door and the other one, because obviously we're going to have to strip them down quick enough if we damage the doors and stuff like that, because we'll have a couple of spare doors when we're racing. Because you do damage stuff. So I'm just going to drill a hole in the door panel where that Allen key, so I can just get the Allen key straight in there and get it undone.
Right.
Yeah, that was it really, just
so the biggest bit was getting the door handle off.
Was the worst bit was getting the door handle off. Everything else come out. It was, there was obviously bits and pieces that weren't, but until you try and take it apart, you don't know really.
And that's all the window mechanism and everything.
Yeah. So that's all come out of there and the sliders and everything, and obviously the window clicks into that bit and bolts back on. So yeah, sits in there like that.
Right.
Yeah, that was it really.
Obviously takes a bit longer to do than what we've just shown, because obviously we speeded the footage up a bit, but there you go.
Yeah.
You know, always a bit like watching paint dry, isn't it?
Yeah. Unbolting stuff. And then just obviously we just clean that down with body wipe, and then you know, rub it down with a scotch pad probably, and then just prime it and paint it.
Yeah. So that was just, we can just do that, or you can just do that. So you'll do what you did with the inside the car.
Exactly the same. What I
just
did
do
with
the
inside.
white primer.
Yeah, and then top coat it.
And then sort it out, and then we'll leave the doors off for when they go and be sprayed. From
No,
the outside.
I'll probably put them back on, because they can go back on, because it's only the outside that's going to be sprayed anyway, isn't it? So might as well just put them back on.
Yeah, okay. Saves them getting damaged.
Yeah. And you know, the inside's all done then, and then we can just crack on with the inside, and it's just probably a weekend having the outside rubbed down and painted.
Okie doke. Right, what's the next job?
Well, I've got to get up now.
Like an old man, aren't you?
It's my knees. It's cold concrete floor, you see.
You've got a
Don't do
pair
you
of
any
these,
good.
haven't you?
Yeah, I've got two. Yeah. Right now, let me get a bit. I've got a panel here. Look, I took that out. Where are we? There's a panel that goes on there, sort of like a deflector panel, really, and then the.
Oh yeah, we're coming around here, aren't we?
Yeah, come here, mate. All the brake lines and everything into the, you know. So I took that off. Obviously, took the brakes off, and the. Oh God, what's it bloody called?
What's that? What's in your hand? That's a. I'll tell you what that is. I'll tell you what that is.
Every time we've been talking about.
Oh, it's on a postcard.
We've been talking about them all week, and then when I come and tell you about it, I can't remember what it's
That's an anti-lock-in brake system. That is. That's what that is. Do you know why?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You are right. Actually, it's in a roundabout sort of way. Yeah.
ABS on the side of it. Look.
Yeah, ABS pump. Yeah.
No, what is it?
Yeah, ABS pump.
Oh, it is. There you go.
So we took that out. Eventually, we're going to take everything out anyway, and then it's going to, you know, going to strip it out and paint it white, paint the engine bay white, and everything else. But it's mainly really to get the. I've done that so we can get that plate off, so I can see what we've got behind there, because we've got to get the extinguisher through. Now.
Oh yeah, because last episode you took the scuttle off, didn't you?
Yeah. Now the
and
extinguisher.
You've taken the scuttle off.
Yeah.
For the purpose.
Just so we can get this. Yeah, get that extinguisher.
Getting the extinguisher thing right
through. So I've got to drill a hole basically in there.
Hang on a minute. Where are you going?
I'm going to go through there somewhere, I reckon.
Right.
And then bring the extinguisher pipe through that way. I can't see any other way of doing it really, to be fair, because there's all like a structural bit there. I think this is the only place it can come through in the middle there.
Right.
And then
you can't utilise the fact that there's a dirty grey hole there.
No.
And come through there.
It's got to be fixed solid through.
Through the bulkhead. You've got one of those things, haven't you?
Through the bulkhead thing, because then you don't want the pipe coming through there and then
I say one of those things. Not very technical.
It's through the bulkhead joint for an extinguisher.
Right.
It's basically to keep the pipe solid going through the bulkhead itself. So where there's a hole, it's not going through a hole and then flexing and moving and damaging it. It just bolts that straight onto the bulkhead. There's another bolt that goes on the other side and locks it in, and then the tube goes into one end of it and then comes out the other.
Right.
So yeah, we've got to get that through, but I think the only place we can get it through is just through there somewhere. So I don't know. I've got to figure it out where we're going to put it through.
And then it's going to come out.
Yeah, and then we're going to split it. Yeah.
It'll come out somewhere.
Yeah, I reckon I'm going to bring it through there. I'm going to bring the pipe round the back of that, come up the side there, and then come through here, so we miss the wiper motor.
Right.
But then again, it should miss it if it comes through there, because then we've got to obviously tee off when we come through this bit, through the bulkhead there, tee off to go over the battery and the engine, so it tee off and come around and then fire back this way, so it fires across that way, so it's
yeah, because where have you got to have it all firing again? So you've got to be able to protect the driver.
Yeah, got to have the back
so there's driver. Is there one on the dashboard that spurts at the driver?
There's one just at... Actually, come round here. So what we've got the pipe work coming around this way and then up round the back there. And I've got pre-drilled the holes for the rivets, and it's going to come up there. So there's going to be one spray across the driver there, a nozzle there.
So like over the back shoulders.
Yeah, and then there's going to be a nozzle that goes over the feet, and then there's going to be a nozzle that goes up into the dash, up the top of the dash there. So So it fires it if there's there's a fire.
Right.
It just shoots it up there.
Right.
Then it comes through the bulkhead and comes across the top there, and then fire across the battery and the engine.
Right.
And it tees off there, so there's a tee, so it splits it, so it goes both ways round, and then another one which will fire it across onto the brake
Right.
master cylinder.
And that's it.
And that's it.
So there's about 6 or 7 outlets kind of thing. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5 outlets.
And that's all kind of that's a must-have.
Yeah, you got to have it. Yeah.
So like scrutineers look at the car beforehand, and if you ain't got it, you ain't racing.
I don't think you necessarily need the one over the driver's shoulder. I think it's just really the feet up into the dash,
Right.
and then obviously engine.
And that's
battery,
all being fed by one tank.
Yeah.
Which is in the
back.
in the back, in the boot, effectively that tank there.
Yeah.
Right.
Which we've got to have refilled with new stuff in it, and tied it all up and have a new sticker.
But once you've got that refilled with new stuff,
Yeah.
Is it good for the season?
Yeah.
Obviously, unless you used it, which you hope not to.
Yeah.
But
I think you change it every year anyway. You have to refill it every year or every 2 years. I can't remember now what the rules are on it. But the sticker has a little notch taken out of it, so the scrutineers can tell when it was last filled up.
Right.
With the date mark on it,
Right. And how easily, like, if you wanted to buy if someone was watching this doing, taking inspiration from us.
Really?
And they want to do this themselves.
Really? Yeah.
You can buy that tank from...
Yeah, Demon Tweaks, for instance, or people directly from OMP, anywhere really. I think that one's normally about £600.
Right.
But of course, I've had it kicking about for the mystery race car.
And they have to be a certain litre size or something, do they?
I think the minimum's 2.5 litres, I think. But that one's, I think that's 3 or 4, I think, that one.
Right.
I think I've actually got an old 2.5 litre one that I had in the Renault 5 Turbo.
To hand?
Yes, I have actually.
Do you want me to follow you?
No, you stay there and I'll bring it to you, because I've got to find it. Right, so that's the one I had in the Renault 5 Turbo. It was a Lifeline one. And
what?
a Lifeline. It's the make, 0.
Oh, right, so we got OMP in the back there now.
Yeah. Oh, God.
That was your mum's glasses again.
Yeah. 2004 was the last time that was filled up.
Right.
And I think I come second in the championship that year. I think it was 2003 I won the championship in class. Right, so yes.
So the red ones,
the red one's 2.5 litre.
And we're what?
I think the other one's 3 litre. 3 or 3.5 litre.
Right.
Yeah. Right, so tune in next week and they'll show us the drilling of that through, putting the bulkhead fitting in, and then the fitting for the pipe work for the extinguisher where it goes through. I was going to just put a 90-degree bend on it, but as you can see, it's a bit iffy. It's a bit like a brake pipe, and I just think that'd be too acute. So I reckon we better off just putting.
You haven't got like a little tiny pipe
joint
tool then that you can bend.
No, if you do it, you can do it with your fingers. If you're gentle enough with it and just take your time.
What's it made of?
It's aluminium.
Aluminium. No, aluminium. Don't start.
So it's just a matter of just cutting a bit of pipe there, and then there'll be a 90-degree going through it like that, and then when we get through the other side, we'll put a T on there. But what I might do then, I think I'll pre-drill holes, and then we can take the wiper motor off, and I can get it all ready. And
do you have to treat the holes that you've drilled for like if they rust?
Well, it's going to be painted anyway, isn't it?
Oh yeah, right. Okay. See,
no, you're right. You asked the right questions. Yeah. Don't get arsey.
I won't get arsey. I won't get arsey, boy.
Yeah. So tune in next week, and we'll show you getting it through. But we just sort of explained. You don't want to make the episodes too long now, really, do we? That's the thing.
All right. Lovely. Brilliant.
Yeah. Cool. Right.
Right, so thanks for watching this week's episode.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
If you want to watch the previous episode, you just click down here somewhere.
Yeah, if you want to watch a series of episodes.
Like a playlist.
Like a playlist. Somewhere there.
And then there's a circle in the middle here as well. You can click that, and I don't know what that does. It does something to you. But anyway, thanks for watching.
Thanks for
See you next week.
Cheers.